Hi, my name is Wilx, and this is episode 16 of Project Ozone. So, today we're going to go over enchanting. I want to be able to enchant my armor so that I can survive as we go out and go to different dimensions and stuff and actually meet some monsters, etc. And we're going to go over a couple of different ways of enchanting things. We've got the MFR with the Auto-Anvil, the Auto-Enchanter, and the Auto-Disenchanter. We've got the typesetting table and the printing press from BiblioCraft, and the EnderIO enchanter, and we're also going to go over MagicCrops and its method of enchanting as well. These are just a few of them. There are other things that you can do as well. So to do this, we're going to want some enchanted books. Now there's a couple of different ways of getting enchanted books. One of them is through mob drops. They can come out of the loot bags. You can get enchanted books that way. You find most of them in the highest end bags. One of the few good things you can actually get from the high end bags. That's one method, and that's just random. You see if you get the thing you want. Let's say you got something that you wanted, but there was more than one enchant on the book. So let's say it was for a weapon, and we wanted Reaper. Now, if we actually, let's cover off, let's say we wanted Reaper and we didn't get lucky. And none of these other methods can make Reaper as far as I know. So you could take the Auto-Enchanter, you could stick a bunch of weapons in, like auto-feed weapons in, have it auto-enchant them, and hope that you get lucky and get a Reaper on it. In this case, we did get lucky and we got a book with it. But in our book, we actually have two different things. We've got Efficiency 4 and Reaper. And I only want the Reaper from it. So I'm going to take a book. And I'm going to go over here to the Disenchanter. I'm going to put this book in place. That book there. Actually, does it need two books or one book? I do not know. Let's feed it two books just in case. And then it's going to hopefully take... I think what it does is it eats one of the books and leaves the other book. Yeah, it did. It did exactly that. So now we've got a Reaper 4 and an Efficiency 4. And so that's how you would use the Disenchanter. You could split the books up that way. We're not dealing with weapons today, though. What I'm going to want is Protection 4 and SoulBound 1. Now I did get lucky and I've got one SoulBound 1 book. But let's say you didn't get lucky. How could you get a SoulBound book? Actually, sorry. Let's go over first Protection 4. How could you get a Protection 4 book? So MagicCrops. The way you would do it, let's actually show it this way first. So we go over book, go enchanted book, leaf through the MagicCrops stuff till we find what we want. And that's the Protection 4 book. The way you get that is with Diamond Essence wrapped around an Experience book level 4. So how do we make experience books? Well, like this. You take books, put it in there, you get experience level 1. Pull that out. Put it back in. Level 2, 3, and 4. So now we've got our experience level 4 book. So we come over here, and we've got diamonds wrapped all around. We stick our experience level 4 book in the middle there, and we've got our Protection 4 book. So that's one way of doing that. Another way of doing that. EnderIO. We click on recipes, and that's the protection ones. We put dark steel in. The more dark steel we put in, the higher the level is. So for level 4, we want 64, and it's going to cost us 22 experience. Keep in mind that when we did it with the MagicalCrops, we used none of our own experience. It was all done through MagicalCrops. So for this, we want a book and quill and some dark steel. Put the book and quill there, dark steel there. I've got 47 levels of experience, so 22 is fine. And I've got my protection 4 book. All right, so now let's say you weren't lucky and you didn't get a SoulBound 1 book. So you wanted to make one. I don't think you can do it with MagicCrops, at least I couldn't find it. Let's see how we would do it with this. I think we're faster going from the back, yeah. So that's a SoulBound 1. And for that we need an Ender Crystal. An Ender Crystal, I've made one of these on camera before. You need a vibrant crystal and the soul of an Enderman. So how did we get the soul of the Enderman? Well, we came over here to this auto spawner. We spawned Endermans and then put one of them in a soul vial. So let's do that again. I'll show it to you. So we come over. I always get turned around when I go through that thing. Come over here. Climb up our nice convenient staircase. I don't think this is set for Enderman. No, it's not. There's our Enderman. And we did witches last time. Put Endermans in. And oh, I'm going to bring up my mini-map. See? Mini-map on. Mini-map off. How did I do that? Well, let's show you. What I did is through Journey Map, came to Options, Minimap Preset 1, set it to whatever I like. Minimap Preset 2, Enable Minimap is unchecked. Okay? So I've got basically 2 presets, and when I want to switch back and forth between them, we go over here to Options, Controls. I mark everything with pause that I don't want for some reason. And we're looking for, I must have passed it. Where's Journey Map? Journey Map, there it is. Okay, and I set Switch Minimap Preset to K because it was beside J, so I'd remember where it was. Okay, and then, so we'll turn this on, and we've enlarged it enough, I think, here that I can actually see what's going on. And this is our little on-off switch. We'll turn it on. Wait for an Enderman to show up, and then we can turn it off again. Takes it a second to warm up. There's an Enderman. Okay, oh, and we're going to need a... Actually, I already had a soul vial with an Enderman in it. Come over here. Take our soul vial, click on our Enderman. Enderman, get in here. There we go. And that's done. Okay, we can turn off our minimap again. Come back up here. We're also going to need a vibrant crystal. We'll come over to our little ME system light. And why aren't those going back in? That's odd. Okay. And it's a vibrant crystal, which is one of these. There we go. I only need one of those. Then, what we do with them is we come over to our soul binder. We take the soul vial and our vibrant crystal. It's going to use 10 levels of my experience again. And we made our Ender Crystal. Come back over here. Do I have any? I think I need a book and quill. Then we take our book and quill, we put it there. Our Ender Crystal. And we're going to need 27 levels of experience. So, whoops, not that. There's a couple of different ways of getting experience. Let me show you my least favorite first. With a straw. come over here. This is an open blocks tank full of mob essence. And we right click on top of it and we just hold it and it starts picking up the experience. Notice that it's pretty slow at doing it. Even down at level 20 we're good. It's taking us 2 or 3 swigs to get anything. Another way to do it is with the MagicalCrops. We make bottles of enchanting. Let's grab a couple of bottles of them, a couple of stacks of them. Now we just aim at the ground. We start throwing it at the ground. Oh, how many? I only needed 22 levels, didn't I? I shouldn't be wasting experience at this point in time. No, 27. That was it. Okay, because the higher you go, the more bottles you need to raise your levels. So we got our SoulBound 1 book that way. So we're going to take our Protection 4 and our SoulBound 1. We're going to come over here. And we're going to put it in the Auto-Anvil. Protection 4, SoulBound 1. And it's going to combine it into one book for us. And it's going to take it a few minutes to do that. When it's done, we're going to want to make copies of it. And the way we make copies, we're going to need all this stuff here. And in this thing, we need to put the print press chase. So, show you how to make those. Print press chase. It's just some slabs around a piece of iron, wooden slabs. And we put those there. We're also going to need some books. Come on, I got books around here somewhere. Where are all my books? They'll do. Oh, I had on my hotbar. That's where the books were. Damn it. Actually, we don't need the books for this. I was wrong. We need the magical book for that. The one that is being made right here. And spit it out over here. Okay. And we need to take that. We put it here. And, oh, I need to put on my glasses so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, how do I make glasses? Reading glasses. So, reading glasses. Again, very easy to make. It's just, whoops. Some glass panes, some ink sacs, and a piece of iron. So now, when we look at this, oh, we don't have the glasses on yet. As you can see, it wants 60 levels of experience. We only have 1, so let's eat some more of this. As you can see, it's going up pretty quick. But we used them all up. So, another way to do it is with essence berries. Now, to get this many essence berry bushes, what I needed to do was sieve down stone. It took 110 stacks of stone to get the 49 essence berry bushes for my 7x7. And then I've got a harvester gathering the essence berries. And they're all going in here. And there. So now we've got some essence berries that we can eat. This is probably one of the easier ways to do it. It's probably about the same speed as manually doing the bottles of enchanting. However, you could come up with something with multiple dispensers throwing the bottles of enchanting at you and raise your levels a little faster that way. If I wanted to do an awful lot of enchanting, I would probably set something like that up, but for the little bit I'm going to be doing it here, it'll take me longer to set it up than it would be just to eat down a few berries like this. but we're actually going to have to go through this twice. So we're up to 45 now. Can I walk while I do this? Whoops. Because inconveniently we'll be clicking on machines if I try to walk around or do anything. I wonder if I had set up some sort of an auto clicker, if rapidly right clicking would do it any faster. Oh, I know something I wanted to do. I want to get into the habit of asking my audience a question each time. See if they know an answer to something that I don't know the answer to. You see, I think I've got some of the smarter people watching my channel here because just because of what I'm putting out and the information I'm putting out. That these are people that actually do some research and may know a few things, possibly things that I don't know. When I made that reinforced watering can up there, it said that it took away some of my life, but I saw no indication that any of my life had gone. It didn't take away any hearts or anything, but it was supposed to permanently take away life. Is there some hidden figure that I can see somehow that I don't know about? Like, I press F3, I see nothing there. I don't know of any way to check it. The hearts are still the same. Is there another hidden health pool? If so, how do I access it? Do I need to install another mod to be able to see it? What do I need to do? If you know the answer, please let me know in the comments. Okay, back to eating some berries here. I'll try to get in the habit of asking questions like that, at least every episode that I have a question. And see if you guys can help me out on it, because these will be things that where I've tried to do the research. I've tried, Google either failed me or it just isn't out there on the net, at least nowhere that I looked. And but you may have seen it. We're almost up to our 60. There's our 60. So now that we've got our 60, we come over here, open hand, shift, right click the book, and we make ourselves this thing. Now we need to put, don't step up. Okay. Need to put our ink in, well, we'll try putting the plate in first. See if the ink goes in easier after I do. No. I can never get the aim correct for this plate, or this ink. I don't know why. There we go. Then once we got that set up, we take the book, not that one. Oh, sorry, we take plain books. That's right. Plain books, and we drop them there. And it's going to make 3 copies of that book. So we're going to need one of them to make another plate with. That gives us 2 copies to put on things. Oh, the books are automatically being shoved into here. So we'll take the one good book that we've got. We'll come over here. And we'll come to our Auto-Anvil. And we'll take that book, which, as you can see, has Protection 4 and SoulBound 1. And we'll put it with our... oh. I guess these have to go in a particular order. Put our helmet in there. Protection 4, SoulBound 1. Put it in, and then we have to wait a little while for it to work. So we come back over here, and our typesetting table is finished. We have our 2 books. Let's actually just get rid of these other 2 books here that we're saving for later. And we need to make another one over here. So we're going to need another 60 levels of experience. We already know that. So we're off to the races again. The reason I'm doing all this right now is I want to get deliberately into going to some other areas, like killing the Ender Dragon and things along those lines. And I deliberately want good weapons. So I'm going to be getting into making a crossbow, a Tinkerer's crossbow that does over 100 damage next episode. But I wanted to be able to compare it to some of the other things like the Wyvern bow and things like that. And I wanted to be able to fully enchant them up and do the comparison after they were fully enchanted up. The reason for that is things like the draconian stuff will double the amount of the enchant. So to be fair to them, because the tinkerer stuff looks so much better, I wanted to give it every chance by getting it enchanted up first when I did the comparison. And enchant both. Use the tinkerer's way of enchanting, like putting quartz on it, and then using, what is it, power on the bow, the draconian bow or the wyvern bow, till I kill the ender dragon. That's all I've got is wyvern. Almost up to our 60 here. Okay, so we come over here. Have we got one of the books? Yes, we do. Put our book down, right click it, grab that. Whoops, we're too far away. Place it in there, and it's off to the races again. Come over here, we'll take off our armor. And we'll put next piece of armor in here with one of the books. And it's off to doing its thing. Down here we've got our helm. I guess we're finished with the glasses, so we can actually put our helm on. See, our helm now has Protection 4 and SoulBound 1. And we can put our helm on and take our glasses off. Whoops. Take our glasses off. That looks so cartoony. Okay. Now we've got our 3 books. We're going to save. Actually, we'll put one back. We're going to save it for later so we can make more of them. Come over here. Oh, and it's still working on it. Okay, so something else I meant to tell you about. I set up a slaughterhouse, which is just an MFR slaughterhouse. They're standard MFR machine. I don't need to show you. You have an idea of what it takes to make one. It's turned off right now with a conduit switch. But I needed some pink slime. And normally that's the only way you can get pink slime is through the slaughterhouse. In this pack, it might be possible to find a cow that spits out pink slime. But I needed some of that. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it next time when I go to make some weapons. Pink slime is one of the better things for making weapons. Have that been done yet? No. Oh yeah. Put this in first, that in second, and wait till I grow old. I wish I could figure out some way to speed it up. I'll ask a second question. If you know of any way to speed it up, I don't think there is, let me know in the comments. I do know there's ways of speeding up how you get experience, but I haven't done any of them. Hope you liked what I did. If you did, please press the like button. I appreciate the support. I really do. And if you want, you can subscribe to my channel. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope to see you next time. Go out there and have some fun.